news. NNPC resumes oil exploration in Lake Chad after it was abandoned 6 years ago due to insurgency. Presidential Election Tribunal merges Atiku Obi's petition against Tinubu's victory fixes May 30th for hearing. APC withdraws petition against Rivers Governor-elect Tonya Cole and says fight continues. And on the foreign scene, protested in Ethiopia's Tigray demand withdrawal of outside forces. Hello and welcome to Trust TV's News Update. I am Abdurrahman Omar. Thanks for joining. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited has commenced an oil drilling campaign at Wadabi in Jiri local government area of Borno State. The group chief executive officer Mele Kyari said on Tuesday that the company is optimistic that the drilling exercise will help in its efforts to bring prosperity to the people through the elimination of energy poverty, which is threatening Africa's biggest economy. Kyari disclosed this at the presidential plaque-off of Wadabi drilling campaign by President Muhammadu Buhari in Borno State.
And this campaign will take us to the ultimate objective, which is to increase the reserve of our country and also create opportunities around us. We believe that the time for oil and gas to vanish is still far away. We believe that the oil and gas will continue to be very principal in the determination of prosperity of our country, and of course, more especially providing energy security for our country. And this can't happen except you have access to the resources, you are able to convert them into value, and of course, a new approach to doing this as quickly as is practical, which is to do what we are doing now in the Kolmani area. Wherever we find new oil, we will consider the concept of integrated production and conversion so that value can be created very, very quickly. So that, of course, there's huge energy poverty across the world, more so in South African countries, and particularly so in our country here.
Bitrus Kurzi is joining us live from Borno to highlight some of the problems encountered during the initial exploration activities. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, hello, good afternoon. I can hear you.
Okay, thank you for joining us. Just a quick question, please. NNPC resumes oil exploration in Lake Chad after it was abandoned 6 years ago due to largely insurgency. What is the current security situation right now, and how did the locals receive the news of the resumption of drilling activities there?
Okay. Yeah, if you can remember in 2020, the Minister of Petroleum, Dimitri Silva, came to Maiduguri so that for them they can commence the oil exploration. So that at that time, seeking partnership with the military and other security agencies. So, but that couldn't come to light. Around there, you know, with we are in the post-insurgency era where people who have been resettled back to their communities, and then peace too has also returned. So there is the event, there was that assurance from the state government and then the federal government to provide security at the site of the exploration, and then the people are so happy about this exploration thing happening here, because they have been calling for it, you know, especially during the campaigns. A lot of, especially the Shewa of Borno has been making calls that this oil exploration will create wealth, will bring job creations, and among others. So they are very, very happy because it means peace has returned to the land.
All right. Can you give us an idea about the quantity of oil discovered in Lake Chad? Is it in commercial quantity to warrant the risk?
Yes, it is in commercial quantity because the GMD, Abba Kyari, in his speech, he said that the exploration stopped in 1995 because we're not commercial, so the system was not that effective for them to do that. But right now, they said that it will be a 12,000 feet, 14,000 feet for the drilling at the moment. So after everything, they'll make some analysis and then some checks too as well.
All right, Bitrus Kurusi, thank you so much for taking the time to join us on Trust TV's News Update. Have a nice day.
Okay.
Presidential Election Petitions Tribunal has set Tuesday, May 30th to commence hearing in the petitions challenging election of Bola Tinubu of APC as president-elect. This followed consolidation of 3 petitions filed by PDP, Labour Party presidential candidate with that of APM. Noel Samson has the details.
Chairman of the tribunal, Justice Haruna Tamani, announced the consolidation of the petitions on Tuesday. Counsel for Atiku Abubakar, Chris Uche, expressed satisfaction with the court's decision, saying ending the pre-hearing section will usher in hearing proper into the substantive petition.
In order to fast-track trial, we prepare what is called a witness statement on oath. So all that a witness is supposed to state are already contained there. So no need the witness coming and repeating what is already there. The witness merely adopts that witness statement on oath.
The Labour Party Council accused the nation's electoral umpire of trying to delay the process by not granting them access to election results as demanded by the petitioners.
Notwithstanding that up to this moment, they are yet to give us all the documents we require. I continue to ask, why is INEC behaving in this way and manner? What are they hiding? What are they hiding? They are supposed to be neutral. But they are behaving as if INEC is a candidate in its own election. This should never be so. And that is, Nigeria is the only country where you find something like this. There's no other country. I challenge you to go and investigate and find out about electoral bodies in other African countries. Except, of course, countries under military rule.
The tribunal adjourned to May 30th to begin hearing. Noel Samson, Trust TV News, Abuja.
U.S. President Joe Biden has appointed a delegation on his behalf to attend the inauguration of President-elect Bola Tinubu next Monday. This is contained in an official statement of the White House. According to the statement, the 9-member delegation will be led by the Secretary of the United States, Department of Housing and Urban Development, Marcia L. Fauci. The members of the presidential delegation also include head of the diplomatic mission of the U.S. Embassy, Abuja, David Green, United States Representative, California, Sydney, Under Secretary of Commerce for International Trade, U.S. Department of Commerce, Marisa Luago, among others. The Rivers State Election Petition Tribunal has struck out the petition filed by the All Progressive Congress (APC) following the withdrawal by the party's council governorship candidate of the FEC, Tony Cole, remains the only petitioner against the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC). The People's Democratic Party (PDP) and its candidate Fubara Similaye Drama issued at the tribunal as the APC filed an application for change of counsel in their petition against the PDP and its candidate. When the matter commenced, counsel for the APC, Solomon Omo, told the tribunal that he will be taking over as counsel for the party following a motion for change of counsel before the tribunal. Omo also told the court that his clients would like their names to be struck out from the petition as applicants. Jibrin Okutefa, who was the former counsel for Cole and the APC, told the tribunal that he was not briefed on the new development by the party. The 3-man panel led by Justice Cletus Emufone, however, granted the application for change of counsel and also granted the motion as praised by striking out the name of APC as a petitioner. The APC's withdrawal was brought pursuant to Order 9, Rule 15 of the Federal High Court Civil Procedure, Rules 2019. No date has been fixed for the commencement of the pre-hearing of applications before the tribunal. And in the meantime, the All Progressive Congress APC governorship candidate in Rivers State, Tonye Cole, has said he is committed to pursuing his petition challenging the outcome of the 2023 governorship election. Cole said this in a 1-minute video posted on his Twitter page, adding that he will continue to pursue his petition until he gets justice.
My people, I hear this news say I don't withdraw from this election tribunal matter. My lie. I never go anywhere. We dey here. You see, we go carry this matter, go all the way to the end. They know if it drive us. They fit do all this fake news, say we don't come out, say we know they pursue them. They know say they thief this mandate, and then they fear. Then they fear say they know if it bribe me, then they fear say they know if it intimidate me. And we go stand, even if I be the last man we dey there, we dey stand, we go stand. We go there until the judges hear the matter finish, make them make their case. Now then get the ultimate voice. And I know say they go tell us say now we win. And when they tell us say now we win, the people of Rivers State go come, they rejoice, they go dance better dance because they know say this man they trade in thief. Say we don't get them back. So we can stand there, stand gidigba. We know they go anywhere. We go pursue this matter till the end. God bless you.
Airstrikes carried out by the Nigerian Air Force NAV fighter jets have reportedly killed an unconfirmed number of ISWAP terrorists in Toro and Ambia villages of Kujiba local government area of Yobe State. The terrorists were said to have been eliminated on Monday afternoon after the fighter jet bombed the ISWAP position in an intelligence-led operation. Impeccable sources from the intelligence community also told Zagazola Makama, counter-insurgency expert and security analyst in the Lake Chad region, that the airstrikes were carried out following surveillance mission showing 8 gun trucks conveying ISWAP fighters. The sources said many of them were killed in the process. The headquarters of Operation Hidden K has not yet released a statement on the operation. Meanwhile, the police in Adamawa State have arrested 2 inmates who were among those that escaped from Kuje Correctional Center during Boko Haram terrorist attack in July 2022. Police spokesman Suleiman Nguruje said this in a statement issued on Monday in Yola. He revealed that the escapees identified as Atiku Ibrahim, 37 years, and Adamu Ibrahim, 40 years, were arrested by the command operatives attached to Crack Squad on May 19, 2023. In response to these developments, the Commissioner of Police, CP Apolabi Babatola, has issued a directive for the immediate handover of the escaped inmates to the Nigeria Correctional Service (NCS) in Adamawa State. He said this step will ensure that appropriate legal processes can be followed and the necessary actions can be taken to address their escape and hold them accountable for their alleged crimes. The Chief Magistrate Court sitting in the Yaba area of Lagos on Tuesday failed to sit in the case against Afrobeat musician Seun Kuti. However, no reasons was given for the absence of Magistrate Adeola Olatubosun, who has been in hearing the case. Kuti was brought to the Magistrate Court, but often learning of the absence of the magistrate, he was immediately taken to the police station at Panti. One of his lawyers confirmed that the case had been adjourned till Wednesday, May 23rd. The team of lawyers also had followed the police to Panti to see how the release of their client could be arranged as the 4 additional days of remand granted by the court expired Tuesday. You are watching Trust TV's news update. Coming up next, we take a look at how Katsina State is constructing infrastructure for Ruga program. Stay with us for these details and more after the break.
That's good.
as part of efforts to support Africa's goal of strengthening.
Now looking at the activity chart, as you can see right here, a total volume of 130.
Created a Boko Haram crisis that at that time was restricted to Yobe.
How secured are they? You can see security men with blood.
This is the road leading up to the...
Really, if you look at English squad, you are looking at EPL, you are looking at their names. You are not looking at...
Thanks for staying with us, and if you are just joining us, you are watching Trust TV's news update. Now we take a look at the recap of our top stories. NNPC resumes oil exploration in Lake Chad after it was abandoned 6 years ago due to insurgency. And Presidential Election Tribunal merges Atiku Obi's petition against Tinubu's victory, fixes May 30th for hearing. Now moving on to more stories. The Nigerian government in 2019 closed its borders in order to promote local production and tackle armed proliferation. Highlighting the benefits of the policy, President Muhammadu Buhari, who spoke on the sidelines of commissioning of the new corporate headquarters of the Nigeria Customs Service, says the country has now attained self-sufficiency in rice production. Trust TV's Chamong Debank now reports.
The decision by the federal government to close the nation's borders did not sit well with majority of Nigerians, as it further deepened economic hardship and prices of manufactured goods went up. But President Buhari says beyond dealing with proliferation of arms and ammunition into the country, the closure has also added value to food sufficiency.
You eat what you grow what you eat, or you die. I try to make my point. And later Nigeria appreciated it because it provides more jobs. People go back to the land. We have the land, and we produce what we eat. Let whoever grow excess rice eat his own rice or sell it somewhere else, but not to Nigeria. And for people who think that our neighbors can be a nuisance, okay, there's nothing you can do with our neighbor. That was why when I became the head of state, of the president, my first visit was to Niger, Chad, and Cameroon. Because neighborhood based on personal and national issue is very important. If you don't secure the confidence and cooperation of your neighbor, you are in trouble. If you are not in trouble, your children and grandchildren will be in trouble.
Speaking on the multi-billion naira customs edifice, Deputy Comptroller General of Nigeria Customs Service Bashir Adeniyi says the project was first conceived in 2002 and implementation began in 2007. The project is sitting on 25,000 square meters of land, which cost the federal government 19.6 billion naira. Comptroller General of the Nigerian Customs Service Hamid Ali says the NCS headquarters is cost-effective and efficient.
I would therefore like to express our deepest appreciation and gratitude to Your Excellency, Mr. President, for your firm support and commitment to the Nigerian Customs Service throughout your tenure. Your vision, leadership, and dedication to the development of our nation have been pivotal in shaping the transformation of the Customs Service. Under your guidance, we have witnessed remarkable milestones that have revolutionized our operations.
As we inaugurate this magnificent headquarters, we must recognize that it presents more than just bricks, iron, and steel. It symbolizes progress, innovation, and a resolute commitment to excellence. This state-of-the-art facility will serve as a hub for trade facilitation, for compliance, as well as strategic planning and capacity building.
The Nigerian customs is central to the implementation of the border closure, which has generated huge controversies in the country. It is not clear, however, if the incoming administration will reverse the decision due to public outcry. Chamun Dabeng, Trust TV News, Abuja.
Katsina State government is constructing schools, hospitals and veterinary services for the 12 local government communities in the front line of insecurity as part of efforts to settle nomadic pastoralists in one place to guarantee security in the state. Abdullahi Amadi reports that already the first phase of the program has been completed and handed over to the local council as well as traditional rulers of the affected local government areas.
The government is expending over 6 billion naira given to it by the Buhari-led federal government under the Ruga program aimed at resettling herders at a particular place. In Katsina State, the affected local governments are Jibia, Bazari, Safana, Damusa, Kankara, Faskari, Sabua, Dandume, Tuzuma, and Kurifi, as well as Musawa and Matazu. The Ruga program also sought to provide education, health care delivery services for both the herders and their herds, as well as create a conducive environment for them to live a decent lives. The committee, while taking over the projects from the contractors in the affected local councils, calls for judicious utilization of the facilities. This program is not for anybody else but for the herders. It is targeted at educating your children, provide health care delivery services for both the herders and your herds. As such, I urge you to embrace it wholeheartedly. Kindly use these facilities judiciously. Similarly, the second phase of the Ruga program, which comprises provision of enough grazing reserves and dams in the affected local governments, has also commenced. We, the inhabitants of this area, want to assure you that we will make judicious utilization of these facilities, extend our messages of appreciation to Governor Masari for this wonderful project. This will go a long way in boosting our activities. God bless Nigeria. However, observers say this huge investment requires adequate sensitization of the relevant stakeholders to understand the concepts and take ownership of the projects, and anything short of that may likely scuttle the program. Abdullahi Ismayamadi, Trust Television News, Katsina.
And on the foreign scene, thousands of people demonstrated on Tuesday in northern Ethiopia's Tigray region to demand the return home of people displaced by a 2-year war there and the withdrawal of outside forces that have remained since the conflict ended. The war between government troops and their allies from the neighboring Eritrea and the Amhara region on one side and Tigrayan forces on the other concluded with a truce last November after claiming tens of thousands of lives. Millions were forced from their homes, including hundreds of thousands from land disputed by Tigray and Amhara, whose security forces and militiamen continue to occupy the area. Eritrean troops also remain inside Ethiopian territory in several border towns, according to humanitarian workers. Demonstrators peacefully rallied on Tuesday in several major cities, including the regional capital Mekele, Adigrat, and Shereti. He held signs with slogans like "Invaders must leave our homeland," according to footage broadcast on Tigray TV, which is controlled by the party that runs Tigray. Henok Hilop, who took part in the protest in Mekele, told Reuters that about 3,500 to 4,000 were demonstrating there. And on sports news, playing Eagles winger Jude Sunday hopes to open his goal account at the 2023 Under-20 World Cup when the team take on Italy on Wednesday. Sunday was unlucky not to get on the score sheet for the Flying Eagles in the 2-1 win against Dominican Republic on Sunday. The youngster had 2 goal-bound shots saved by the Dominican Republic goalkeeper and had a goal chalked up for offside. The Percy winger was on target twice for the Flying Eagles at the 2023 Africa Under-20 Cup of Nations earlier in the year in Egypt. Sunday is looking forward to the game against the young Azzurri and is ready to give his best. And with that story, we have come to end of this Trust TV's news update. And do not forget to follow us across all our social media platforms and our YouTube live stream. My name is Abdurrahman Omar. Thanks for watching and bye for now.